and platinum albums and singles. Some of their classic Billboard hits include "Stroke You Up," that went to number 2 on the R&B charts and number 3 on the Hot 100. "Fooling Around," that was a top 10 R&B hit, and "Get Out," that was number 8 on the Hot 100 and number 1 on the R&B charts for weeks. Y'all remember that song? It was the anthem. It was crazy. They also dropped some great songs on soundtracks. "We Got It Going On" from White Man's Burden. I love that song. The remix of it has the Barry White in it. I love that one. "I Got Somebody Else," that was on the High School High soundtrack, and it was on their second album, "All Day All Night." Andrea Martin, I think, helped write that song.
Andrea Martin, yep, that one. And if you do Doolittle, Dr. Doolittle, that was Andrea Martin too. She's amazing. Yes.
Sang
Doolittle.
from Players Club as well. Now,
Yeah.
Cassandra went solo and started her own label, CRC Music, and she gave us singles like "I Love You" and "Give Love a Chance." I love those songs because they're positive, they're uplifting, and it's what the world needed. Then April of 2019, she dropped her debut album, "The Long Way Home," the intro. The first single was "Name on It." Now, some of my personal favorites are "Say It." I love that one.
Oh.
"World Go Round." I think it samples the stylistic "People Make the World Go Round."
Yes, it
I
sure
love
is.
that
Yes.
one. It feels so good. So those are some of her achievements, and she is one of the ladies of music that I love. So, Cassandra, are you ready to do this?
Let's do it. You what a great introduction.
Okay, y'all. So we're going to kick off with the past and then bring us to the future because she's
Okay.
got a lot of good things going on. So the first thing I want to know is, when did you know that music was what you wanted to do as a career?
Hmm. I think I always loved it. So because I went to a junior high school, it's called East Harlem Performing Arts. So I went to a performing arts junior high, and then from there I had a great teacher in junior high who saw something in me and helped me audition for LaGuardia High School of Performing Arts, which is, a school where a lot of actors, singers, artists, they come to, well, back then it was like the Fame School. It came from the movie Fame, and that's where everybody went if you're in the New York area. So I, by the grace of God, got accepted into that school. And once I was in that school, you kind of catch a little bit of a bug because everybody is like always constantly on auditions, and even in school, or they're acting and stuff already. They're on Broadway, they're doing, so it's just filled with creativity. And I'm like, maybe I can do this for a living. You know what I mean? I'm like, this seems. Then that's when I met Sharice, and I was in gospel chorus, and you learn classical music, all facets. You learn jazz, so you start to kind of get a feel of what you like. I grew up with it in my household as a child because my dad was one of, I believe it's like 11 or 13 sisters and brothers. And his brothers, they used to have just like a little, oh, here's my dog. They used to have like a little group, and they did it for fun. But I got the love of music from my dad. It was played all around my house, and it was a ritual for us on to watch Soul Train every Saturday. And and I'll take out my hairbrush, and he was my first duo. He and I were the first duo. I'll take out my hairbrush, and I'll stand on some furniture, and to make sure I'm his height. And so that is, but because I've always loved it. I think it wasn't until Sybil, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity to be able to go on the road with her. I think then, I mean, I know we were trying to do groups and all this stuff, three girls, two girl groups, and then we ultimately ended up with just us two. But I don't know. It was something about being on the road with her and just seeing that crowd effect, like just right there. I mean, I've done it in school. Yes, you always are in front of an audience. You've done little school, you've done plays. I was Dorothy in the Wiz, all that stuff. All that was good, but it was just something about seeing a whole stadium, like Yankee Stadium, filled up with people, and just the way they loved her, and that just instant gratification. You sing, you do what God gave you, and they give it back. You know what I'm saying? With the energy and everything. I think it was that moment that I said, "Wow, I think I can do this for a living."
Now, the first Change in Faces album, y'all
Mhm.
got to work with R. Kelly, Devontae Swing, Dave Hall. If y'all don't know who Dave Hall is, he did What's the
Look
Pool
him up. He did everybody. Mariah Carey. Go look Dave Hall up.
and I think y'all got to work with Heavy D and Pope from Trackmasters.
Absolutely. Yes. Uh-huh.
When y'all were doing this album and you start
Mhm.
hearing the songs, did you like kind of have a feeling like we about to blow up or we gonna be famous?
I'm gonna tell you something. That first album, we were just so giddy, young, happy, just to be. We couldn't even believe it. Like she from the South, she's from the South Bronx. I'm from East Harlem. We're like, what? It was kind of like we were kind of pinching ourselves. And when we started to hear the whole project come together, prior to that, we'd done work with Dinky Bingham from the Jamaica Boys. And he was the one who kind of like instilled in us, like, there are a whole bunch of pretty girls out there, and there are a whole bunch of people who can sing their face off, and some who are, but make sure you write and try to participate in what you're doing, like write about things that you want to sing about. So I always think about that and thank him for that advice, because in this industry, people can be really, here's a song, sing it. And we came in from the gate knowing to put your pen to the pad and participate in it, but don't just be this little face that somebody throws stuff at you because you can sing. And so I would say, I don't know if we knew then. I think we were just having so much fun that we didn't even realize. Like Stroke You Up, literally for us was like the five heartbeats. It was literally like because it was like, yeah, like they had to make me quit my little job. Like I had a little job or whatever. They're like, Cassandra, you have a record deal. And I'm like, so? Like I'm from East Harlem. I'm a little, I got my little hustle mentality, I gotta still make my money. I need my shoes. I have something on layaway at that little boutique. I need my money. So they're like, okay, but you're about to get an advance. I was like, okay, well, until I get an advance, then that's when I'm quitting. Because
Keeping my
until
key.
then, keeping my job, and so that's just always been. So I don't think I really realized it, and then Stroke You Up came out, and it was like, oh my god, you had to prepare for everything. Just happened so fast. That's what it was. It was just so fast.
Now that actually leads into the next question I want to ask you.
Mhm.
Um, because I hear a lot of people when they get their deals and like their first single blows up so quick, were
Mhm.
they able like to enjoy everything, like live in the moment, or it was just so fast? Like,
That's the thing. If I could give any advice to artists today, that find themselves in that kind of a situation where one day it's this and then the next day, oh, here's a hit single, try your hardest to live in the moment, because the only thing that I have, like, unless it's on stage and fans that I've met and you know things like that, or maybe even restaurants that I've ate at because I'm a foodie, you know what I'm saying? I can remember those things. But what happens is the airports all start to look alike, the hotel rooms all start to look alike, so it just becomes a blur and you're not taking in where you are. And sometimes you're only in during a promotional tour situation. They work you behind so much, you're only in that state for maybe 8 hours. So you're not even able to take it in or whatever. So every airport, I bet you'll remember that. But you can't, it's not enough time to take in stuff. So I would say, if you can, when you do schedule your tours and stuff, give yourself a moment, even if it's a day in between, to kind of sightsee, to kind of, what I'm saying, get so that you can have those memories with you outside of just hitting the airport, hitting a radio station, um, getting on stage, getting back in a car, being rushed back to the airport, you know?
You have like a favorite concert moment? Because I hear a lot of people, like, if they're originally from New York, if
Mhm.
they do like the Garden, they're like, I'm
Garden and the Garden. We did a Hot 97 show. Oh my gosh, my doorbell's ringing.
that's
I'm sorry. We did a Hot 97 show at Madison Square Garden with a whole bunch of artists. That was like,
Summer Jam.
wow. Huh?
Was
Summer Jam. I don't know if it was Summer Jam. I think it may have been, was it a Summer Jam or they had a winter one? They had a winter one. Because it was us. I think it was Shantae Moore. I don't know if it was actually Summer Jam, but it was at Madison Square Garden, and it was it could have been because Summer Jam does have the long list of everybody on there. And then we did another show at Radio City Music Hall, and that was like, wow, we were at Radio City Music Hall. So yes, when you're a native New Yorker and you get to perform at places that you've gone to see Michael Jackson on that stage, like Michael Jackson was at Madison Square Garden. What the hell am I doing on this stage? You know, you gotta pinch yourself. Yeah.
now the only other female duo that I can remember
Hold on one
was
second. Hold on.
uh,
Okay, yeah. I'm like, maybe if she sits, then we'll be okay. Sorry, we have another
she's
interviewer.
cute. She's so cute. What kind of dog
Thank
is
you.
she?
She's a Multi-poo,
Yeah.
a Maltese and a poodle mix. And she's
Uh,
just, yeah, so spoiled and, you know. Hey, okay, I'm in an interview. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
that's okay. She good for the interview. She look. She match your fly, so
She
it's
matched
cool.
my fly.
Yeah. So y'all were the only female duo besides Janae. And
Hmm.
to me, what I miss about like a lot of artists from the 90s is
Hmm.
that I feel like that was our last big period of like female groups, male groups, because there are no groups right now, especially in R&B.
That's so
Are y'all
true.
nervous about being a duo because that wasn't typical?
Well, then that's another thing. Like, we never thought about it. We were like, we're a duo, and we didn't even like look at the history of it until we started getting all these no's from different record labels when our manager at the time was shopping us. I was like, oh, well, they're a duo, and not enough to look at. And now that I think about it, I'm like, what does that mean? Because if you're a duo and the music is good, what difference does it make? What do you have to look at? Well, most groups consist of three, four, or five. So a lot of people couldn't see past the fact that a group to them was three members or more. But that's when it started to dawn on us like, wow, okay, so duo is something unique. And once we found that was unique, that drove us even more. Like, we're going to stay a duo because that means that the industry needs this. Why do we need another girl? We don't. It's already out there, it's already being done.
To me, it made y'all stand out because it was just like everybody had to be like a trio or a quartet, but y'all stood out.
Thank you. And and dance and this and that. It's great to have a variety of groups. This one may dance and sing, and everybody doesn't have to do the same thing. That's what makes it great.
Yeah. Now, on the second album, All Day, All Night, it
Mhm.
features more of y'all writing. I think that's to me what set y'all apart too. Um, a lot of groups did not write their stuff. That album to me is like a classic album. Y'all did time after time. The Cindy
Yeah.
Lauper,
Yes, yes, we
um,
did.
you got All of My Days with Jay Z. That's before Jay Z really blew up.
Yes, yes, yes.
I Got Somebody Else, like I said, with Andrea Martin.
And yes.
When y'all got that single, Get Out, no, and that song was gonna be as huge as it was because
I think I had a feeling about that one. Because Stroke You Up, I wasn't so sure, and then it was just like the content, and I just wanted it to come out like we were, because we're not raunchy or anything. We're just, we were young, little sexy, sensual kind of, so I just wanted it to to convey that message, because sometimes when it's women saying things like that, it can come off, a little way, but it did. And I guess it's coming from us. It seemed, was right. It was the right, our approach to it was correct. But with Get Out, the content was, my girlfriend needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. My auntie needed to hear that. Shanika down the street needed to hear like that. That's when I was like, because every time I sang it, it was like, you know what? This person gonna love this song. That person gonna love this song. You get what I'm saying? Because it was the content. It was the girls' anthem. It was the strength that it would give somebody just to listen to it. You don't even have to call up your girlfriend. All you have to do is put that song in, and that's going to talk you out of your situation. Because, see, the girl next door is going through the same thing. You don't have to be afraid to, you can do it all by yourself. It's okay. You can do bad all by yourself. So that content in itself, I knew was out of here. Yeah.
I think it too. What I loved is like the conviction in y'all voice when y'all were singing it.
Uh huh.
I
Uh huh.
think for me from that time period, the two standout songs as far as like empowering women was
Mm-hmm.
"Get Out" and "Not Gonna Cry" because
Yeah, not gonna cry. Yes.
and to me
Yes, that's my song too. And Mary like tore that all the way up. Yes, and she, pain just lives in her voice. So that was the perfect song. Babyface, Mary, that was just amazing. Yeah, and I think it helps too. It helps women, because I think sometimes we feel like we're stuck, and that's what Get Out did. I mean, even when we used to do like radio stations, and you have people call up and stuff like that. I mean, women would actually be on the phone saying, "Thank you so much for that song. It helped me through a bad time. It helped me to." And if there's one person that it can help, then my job is done. That's how I feel, because that's what it's about. That's what music should do, you
that's
know.
about music to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all got another song like that that we about to get into.
Okay.
So the third album,
Mhm.
Physically, I feel like it's an amazing album. I
Thank
don't know
you.
like what you dropped in that
Mhm. Same old, same old. Mhm.
y'all had R. Kelly do the title track. Joe did that other woman. That's another song ladies identified with. Y'all had Queen Pen, Little Mo, Dave Hollister, and y'all had the original Come Over. A lot of people know
No.
Alanis, the
Yeah.
original, and I love that song. Um, y'all had production from Bryce, Jazzy Faye, Brian Michael, and Malik.
Mhm.
And the standout moment on that album for me was
Okay.
the second single, Ladies Man.
You love that.
Y'all, I think, like you said, y'all sung about real stuff that women could relate to. And
Yes.
guys, because I remember that was like the first time I was in love with a dude and he was like
Right.
going out doing stuff.
Right.
And
Right. Right.
y'all saved me from going to jail. Me and a lot of my friends.
See, you see what I'm saying? That Little Mo put the pin to the pad on that. That was Little Mo, and people just don't understand how talented she is too. Like she is a beast. Yeah, she's with Fab or whatever, but she stands maybe 4'9", barely hitting 5, but she's a beast with it. Love her. And that Ladies Man, that's another one. When you hear the lyrics, like girls are gonna be like, and everybody's gonna be like, well, what? This is it. This is like the anthem. That was a no-brainer. We
Yep.
have to do this song.
Like the breakdown when y'all are like doing a vocal play back and forth.
Yes. Oh,
I
it
feel like
never made me feel
you
like a hoe. That's
uh,
crazy. Yes.
Okay, so what are some of your favorite songs that you did from that time period?
Yeah, that was one. Um, Time After Time, I liked because I thought it was like a different take on the Cyndi Lauper, original. So, and that's just such a classic song. That came out beautiful to me. Of course, the hits, Get Out. I loved first album, the song we did with Dinky Bingham, Good Thing. You don't know a good thing till you lose it. I just think those lyrics transcend time, just with anything for anybody. I love that song. I loved so many songs. Gosh, you caught me out there because it's weird. It's hard for me with albums and stuff, even with my own project and stuff. Every day is a different one. You know what I'm saying? And then what I do is I'm that on repeat with that song for that day, and then I'm off to the next one. So
Yeah,
yeah. I'm just blessed that I'm happy with the body of works that we were able to put out, and that's the good part. I just feel like we had quality work, and I hope that the fans, enjoyed it.
we
Yeah.
do. And ladies, man, a couple of people's sons, guys I were dating, it saved them, their parents from having to buy new black outfits.
Thank you. I'm so happy we could save you and your friends.
I would have been in jail, Cassandra.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. Thank you.
Now, we're gonna go to the present and the future.
Okay.
Um, Now after the third album,
Hmm.
you are now a solo artist on your own. A
Hmm.
lot of people get like stifled of I'm in a group or I'm a part of this group. Was it hard for you to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this on my own now?
Well, that was a hard part because it wasn't um, something that I initially wanted to do, So sometimes you have to step out on faith and know that God, you know, has a different plan for you. And just in life, things grow, people grow, paths, they divert. One might go one way, one might, they detour and go off. So that's a hard adjustment. Even though we were called changing faces, sometimes change is the hard part for everybody, no matter what it is you're trying to do. So that's the part that leaves you a little, can I do this? But you can. It's that because that's not your normal. Me being by myself, that's not the norm. That's not how people know me. But that's only one part of me. Being in a duo is only one part of me. I was like, well, Cassandra, you're here before changing faces. Now, it was just only you, right? So do it. So you had to talk myself, into it. And then finally, I'm here. And life is good. Life is really good.
I
Thank
think
God.
that was your first step and there's more to come.
Thank you. Thank you.
Something else that you are doing big that I love is you have your own record label,
Mhm.
CRC Music.
Yeah.
What made you decide to say, I'm gonna do my own record label?
Well, look at where we are right now. This is totally different from the 90s. This is not, oh, go get a deal and sign with right now it's about how many likes you get, how many followers you have, how many. So record labels are not signing you based on talent, and then it's a whole bunch of ageism. Let me just call it like it is, ageism or attachmentism. Like if you did that before, why aren't you doing that now? Or are people going to accept you? And it's like I never really understood that. I should say because I feel like Justin Timberlake that doesn't happen to him. I feel like you know um, the only one that really made off with it was my girl Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, I think in black music, it's a harder thing for people to adjust to, and I don't understand that because you're not allowing that artist to flourish. To Kelly, Michelle, um, Beyonce, everybody should be able to do what they want to do. Destiny Child is just a part of where they began. Look how great Beyonce is solo. You know what I mean? Like we would never ever be able to get that had she not just stepped out on faith and did it, and sometimes I think we are we are victims of holding each other back. Does that make sense? You only want to see what you already saw. And to me, that sucks. It really does.
Yeah.
It does.
So do
So
you feel good about being a boss? Like you can call your own.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's nothing like that. And then you don't have to, with a record label, be locked in. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And if this song, so like Name on It, let's just say as a solo artist, Name on It came out and it was top 20. I think it may have gone up to like 15 on adult R&B charts. So now they're like, oh, anything top 20 to them is a hit. So every song from then on, they would want me to do like Name on It.
Yeah.
Whereas, when you're independent, you do what it is. You do whatever you feel. You're able to, spread your wings. You're able to be creative. It's not you're not stuck in a corner. So, I mean, it's the record label part. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have that support, that backup, that money, because it's a lot independently on an independent artist. It's all you. It's all your money. It's your company. It's everything. So yeah, but you know what? I'll take the slow road, and the road less traveled, to be able to be free. I think at the end of the day, that's what it's about, because then your talent or your creativity, I should say, is not limited.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I don't think like artists necessarily need it as much. Like when I look at like Chance the Rapper, um,
Oh, wow. Now, see, there you go. Hmm.
because of social media, like people don't even need publicists anymore. They just get on Instagram and release a statement.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But when y'all came out during that time, I remember because we didn't have like no social media. The only thing we could read was like I remember reading Vibe and like Right On.
Right on. Yes, and sister, and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yep, and all the hair magazines. Yeah, hype hair.
But y'all
Yeah.
had to really grind, and I don't think artists necessarily have to do that as hard.
Or now that's true, because now looking back, you kind of think like, are promotional tours even worth it? You gave out all this free music, you did, all these free shows, and now it's like, what did you really get out of it? The
Yeah,
radio stations got something out of it. They got big shows and they got artists singing up there for free. But what did you as an artist really get out of it? Maybe you did catch the eye of somebody who may have been at the show for another artist and didn't know anything about you. So maybe that was their thing where, okay, you got a new fan. But I agree with you. It was a grind.
yeah.
Hmm.
You have a label. Are you looking to sign other artists eventually?
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm working with people right now as we speak. I don't, want to say any names, but yeah, I'm working with people as we speak, and that's the fun part too, to be on the backside. I love writing and vocal producing, and so yeah, definitely. Hmm.
So if somebody wants to get signed to you, what do they have to have going on to make you be like, I'm gonna sign?
Just quality. I'm not, and that's another thing. That's why my favorite show is like The Voice. I think we need to stop with all of this looking at what people look like and all. No, just quality music. That's it. Something that's gonna make the hairs on my arm stand up or whatever. Just quality music, and sometimes that doesn't entail a big Aretha Franklin voice or whatever. It's just touching somebody, whatever way you do it. Just touch someone. It's that simple. Sometimes the simplest things are the greatest. Mhm.
Because I can listen to somebody, even if they don't have the best voice, but if they're telling something that I'm feeling or can relate to, then I can love it.
Yep. See, yep, it's not all about the yep.
Now, let's talk about something really good. Your album, Long Way Home, the intro. I loved it because I really
Oh,
feel like, remember, like when you were younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of older people around me used to always be like, music don't sound the same or this don't sound the same. And I was like, what they
Right.
talking about? This
Right, 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 right. So
now
true.
when I hear it, like because of all the I don't even listen to the radio anymore. But
Okay.
everything sort of does sound the same.
Mhm.
And what I love about that album is that it sounds like R&B and soul music to me. So how did you know what you wanted to do? How did you put your sound together? Because it flows. Like I listen to it from
Mhm.
like beginning to end, and it's just like a flow to.
And you know what? I'm so happy. You know, this is like the 500th person who's told me the same thing. Like that album, I put it in, and it's just from beginning to. It's like there's no place that I just want to fast forward or I want to skip. You know, on my Spotify playlist, and that I was definitely attempting to do. Because I just wanted it to be a vibe and and to be able to flow, and if somebody's cleaning their house, it would go from one thing to the you know what I mean, if you're on a long car ride, just to let it ride with you. So that's what we thought to do. We were in there, me, Chris, and Rich, and we tapped in. I let the music speak to me, and we go from there. And we had a lot of songs, but when we put the album together, that's what I wanted it to do. So I'm just happy that you feel that way, that you can go through it and not have to, stop at an. I don't really. Yeah, just one flow. And I was really excited to hear it. Like when it was all done, I was like, wow, I don't feel any skip factors here. So thank God. Thank God.
And I like well, I like the whole thing, but I really like Take Me Home. To me, it gives me like a kind of sexual
Oh,
healing vibe a little bit.
That song right there. So I'm working on part two right now as we speak. So I'm thinking of remixing that because that song is just like everything to me. It puts you in like a mood, like you said, like a sexy kind of vibe. I love it. Yeah.
So that was my next question. What if you're doing a new project? What is
Mhm.
it going to be like, and when can we look for it?
Hopefully in May, sometime I'm looking to release something, even if it's a single. But again, like you said, we don't have no format here. You do it when you feel it. So that's where I'm looking in May, and it's gonna be a part two. I can't. I can only do me, so I can't tell you it's gonna be this or I have to feel it. So I can't really pinpoint. Oh, it's gonna be more like this or that. It's just gonna be. I'm gonna give everything I have and make sure it's quality. That's all I can do.
Now, if you could remake a song again, which song would you or songs would you
Mhm.
like to do? And I'm gonna tell you a song I would like for you to do.
Well, you know what? You're gonna tell me the song you would like for me to do because I'm really sensitive about remakes. Because when I do them, I think about the other artists and if they would like it, and it's for me to do World Go Round. I was like, if I do this song, which I absolutely love, People Make the World Go Round, like that's like one of my all-time favorites. But I said I would have to do it where not that it's nothing like what they did or not trying to emulate what they did, but just the way I would love to do it, because the way they did it, no one can touch that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give my rendition of it. So there is no comparison. Oh, she hit the note like this and they did. No, just this is my rendition and there's their classic rendition, so because that's a touchy situation, because sometimes when people do other people's stuff, it seems like they try to outdo them, and I'm doing it from a place of love. Like, I love this song. So it's going to take me a minute to think of what song I would want to remake, but you tell me what song you think I should remake. That's interesting. I'd love to know.
But you did good with that though, because I loved how it had Joe vibe too.
Oh, thank you.
So the song I think you should do, like You know who Candy Staten is?
Yes. It's yes, yeah. Give me
Run,
the song.
Run Free. That's not the one I want
Run
you to do, but
free.
she sings.
Young hearts run
Yeah,
free. Okay.
she sings that. But the song that I think you should do, or just sound even singing in concert once we out in the world again, is actually a Bobby Womack song that she remade. It's
Okay.
called One More Chance on Love. But I love her arrangement of it. Yes, you have
One
got
more
to
chance. I gotta go check it out. One more chance of love. Okay. Yes.
like. I
Okay. Can't
love
be
him
Satan.
singing it, but the her arrangement and her voice to me is like she has a really soulful voice, and I feel like the conviction in your voice singing that song be like amazing. Like just go to YouTube and pull it
I
up.
will. Right when we get off here, I'm on. I'm on YouTube. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. And that I appreciate you even thinking like, okay, I would want her to do this song. That's pretty cool.
So this is something I really want to ask you because I feel like it's a shift in music. What do you think about the state of R&B now? Like, do you love it? Do you feel like exciting to do feel good R&B now?
I feel like R&B is getting meshed into pop. And I feel like the genre is I don't want R&B to be like disco. How about that? Let's I'm gonna put it that way. I feel like yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like R&B coming from brown face and brown skin um, is not as acceptable as coming from somebody else. Let's just put it like that. That's what I feel. That's what I see. I hear R&B all day long. I just don't see it reflected in black people and black music as much as I feel it should be. And I think we've lost, like, the charts have been withered down to adult contemporary, or it's hip hop, or it's pop. It's the Hot 100s that's primarily pop and hip hop. Where's R&B? Like, because that to me is the root and that's the foundation for all of these genres. And that's where a lot of those things pull from. A lot of those, even from country music, they all pull from soul, from soul music, from rhythm and blues. So, like, why don't you just have an R&B chart? Where did it go? So, I, that's what keeps me making music, because there's no way that I want to see the industry go away with R&B. Like, how could you do that? Like, if you talk to a pop artist, even somebody like a Justin Bieber, he'll tell you, without R&B music, I wouldn't even be doing music. That was what inspired him. And this
Yeah.
is the biggest kid, one of the biggest kids in the world. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, how do you not have that genre, or how do you not love that genre? How do you not show it the love, or give it the love that it needs? So I just feel like it's lacking in that department, unfortunately. But it's not going to stop me from doing what I do. And I hope other artists like me keep continuing to do the same.
Who do you like to listen to? Like, who gives you like good music vibes that you love?
Wow, everybody. Oh gosh, you know who I was just listening to? Kevin Ross. He's so dope. Like, you hear like people. He's so talented, and I just think there's so much content out there that and I just feel like they just need shine. It's like, what the heck? This kid is incredible. Like Kevin Ross. I always love Jasmine Sullivan. I love oh, that's my girl, Jasmine Sullivan. What? Um Shucks, Frank Ocean. Love Frank Ocean. Who else is on my oh, gosh, so many people. Of course, Beyonce, and because when you gotta turn it up, she's always turned up for you. Love her. Yeah, but I have like I was just listening to like Snow Allegra. Um, Janae Aiko. I like. It's just my yeah. I have a variety of people that I like. There's good stuff out there. I just want them to be to the forefront. You know, like it's time for R&B to like shine. They're great artists.
Do you think it can come back though? Because I remember, I don't know if this made it change when they started. Like, remember, it was like the R&B charts by itself, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
they combined hip hop
There
with
you
it,
go.
and
Yep.
it's like took over. Like, I love hip hop too, but why would you combine it when you don't combine R&B on the rap charts? Like, they don't do that. So
You see,
it
do
just
you see what I'm saying? Do you see? I am with you all the way. And that's when that was the start of the adult contemporary charts. And if an R&B artist comes out, let's say like who are the other two little girls I love? Chloe and um
I know who you talking about.
yes. So they're, because to me it's like, oh my God, look at the little duo. I always look at the duo. So I'm like, love them. But so they come out with a song that's R&B. These are young girls. Do they end up on the adult contemporary chart?
They
Right?
don't need to.
That's
No.
my point. So where's the R&B charts? Where's the R&B charts? I think at the point in which they intertwine R&B with hip hop, it was over. And like I said, I love hip hop. Come on, we all love hip hop. That's not it. But it's a difference when an R&B person does a hook on a hip hop song than it is for R&B song. Like put if the song is R&B and you have a hip hop artist on it, that belongs on the R&B track, not on the R&B hip hop track. It's just so I'm praying. I don't know, and the music industry goes through phases. So like we're still on this road. We have no idea where we're gonna end up. Like you said, our parents, oh, what the hell is this music about? Then now here we are, oh, what the hell? So we don't know where we're gonna end up. But my prayer is that we will get back to because it's loved to R&B. Like it's loved. It's every genre has some element of R&B in it. So I hope we fight hard enough for it. It would be a shame.
I think
Yeah.
it can come back. As long
You
as like
think so?
if they put some more respect on it like they supposed to.
There you go. Right. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to name a few artists and you
Hmm.
tell me whatever comes to your mind, whatever thoughts you have. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Aretha Franklin,
What? The queen of all queens. Queen tings.
Marvin Gaye,
Oh my gosh. One of my all-time favorites in my house every day growing up. Um, I just remember my dad. I hardly ever saw him cry when Marvin Gaye died. That's what comes. I saw water in his eyes. Yeah.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Da-da-da. That's what comes to my mind. What?
I love them. Natalie
What?
Cole.
Just turn up. Who?
Natalie Cole.
Oh my gosh, I was just talking about her. Just simple. You love it, you kiss and the hugging. Just simplicity. The clarity in her voice. And the jazzy tones. Nothing like her. Original. Original.
I don't think she always gets the credit that she deserves
Underrated.
because she can sing like
Sing her
she has
face
an
off.
album called Natalie Live. It's like a
Mm,
live album, but
mm,
that's one of the best albums because she's
mm.
like wailing on this
She
album.
is, yes. She's amazing. I agree with you.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh my gosh. Again, daddy's favorite. Yes.
Okay, and this last person, Cassandra Lucas.
Aw, just doing the damn thing, trying to give you as much love, light, music. Um, as I can. Just that's Cassandra Lucas.
Okay, so this question is the Cassandra Lucas of 2021 could go back in time to the Cassandra of 1994. What advice would you give her, or what would you tell
Slow down, take it all in, sit back and smell the roses, and get your business straight.
her?
Know that it's the music business first.
So once the pandemic is over, you're gonna go on tour. What are your plans?
Yes, because I'm looking to drop Long Way Home Part Two, so that'll be great. I already have shows lined up. I guess people are expecting this pandemic to which is will be good for us. I just want we just all to get out there, be safe. It's been such a rough year. We lost so many people. I just lost my uncle Friday, from COVID. So I think we need to take it seriously. Get vaccinated. Let's stop all this craziness so that we can at least live as close to normal. And I'm just ready to work.
I'm ready for some shows. Like I got my second vaccine last week,
Yes. Good for
and
you. Congratulations.
so as soon as everything is cool again, I hope you come to Dallas. I'm in Dallas. I
Oh,
would
you're in Dallas.
pay
Yes.
to see you. I will go on the overdraft to see you. I don't care.
Oh God! Thank you. Should be in my first show is probably in May, but it's gonna be in Kansas City, Missouri. But I hope to be in Dallas soon.
Yes, come on. To have. So
Thank you. It's been a
how
pleasure.
can everybody stay in contact with you? Like I follow you on Instagram, but how can they keep in
Yep.
contact?
And I am Cassandra Lucas on Instagram, on Facebook. I don't really I don't really tweet too much, so don't hit me up over there. But that's where I am, IG and Facebook. Well, primarily IG. I can't do too many things. Too many of these formats. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I thank you so much for taking this time with me. Y'all, if y'all don't have this album, go get it. It's like soul music to me. Like people don't even say soul music, but it's soul
Right.
music to me.
Thank
Y'all
you.
can put it on start to finish, connect to your car. You can go on a long trip and just jam out.
Thank you. Thanks for that promotion. And hopefully we'll be talking again soon, or I'll see you in Dallas.
And anytime, anything you need, I'm here. Thank you so
Okay.
much for doing this with me. And I wish you all the best success. And I'm going to keep listening and watching. And thank you just for affecting my life. That was the point of it. You are a singer that has affected me. Your music has touched me. And people never realize like the power of music. Um,
Mm.
I always grew up like my grandma raised me. We used to have to go to church almost like we were living in church, but I
Right,
was
right, right.
always able to listen to any kind of music. And I just remember um when you were with Changing Faces and y'all came out, it was like big. And I just love
Yeah.
the power of music. And I love you doing your thing now. I love you having
Thank
your own
you.
record label and
Thank you.
being a boss. So thank you.
You're a joy. Thank you so much. And thanks for interviewing me. I appreciate you.
So so y'all be sure go follow her on Instagram, go buy her music, and we're gonna support her. And hopefully you will be in Dallas or the DFW area, and I'm gonna be there.
Oh, then I'm going to see you.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Thank you. God
Bye.
bless. Bye bye.
You too. Thank you.